Hey guys, what's up? It's been forever, literally, since I've made a video. Um, so I thought I would make an update, and I'm like, what am I going to talk about? I mean, I can't recap a whole year in a few minutes, seconds, whatever. Um, so I say a whole year. I really don't know how long it's been, but it feels like it's been almost a year. So I was like, well, here we go. And I think for lighting purposes, if I turn off this, it'll be better to see my face because the camera's going to pick my face up because it's lighter. Okay, because I'm pale. Good old lighting school. It just doesn't separate me from the background, but that's okay. Um, not that you cared to know that. This is the point where I normally would start re-recording, but it's been so long I don't feel like doing that. So I decided to do a few things. A few things that I've come across in the last few months to a year that are just awesome to share, because I usually share things with you guys. And to just show you it's been a year and 6 months since top surgery. I got it done in July 12th-ish. Wow, it was July 12th or 14th or 13th. Um, the reason I can't remember the exact date right now is because a dear friend of mine had also went into rehab the day of or the day before, and that was the 12th. Anyways, and they've been clean since, which is absolutely amazing. So that's kind of funny. Like I can celebrate my thing and at the same time be thankful and celebrate their being clean for so long after living such a long, hard life of substance abuse. Um, so July, August, September, October, November. So a year and 4 months since surgery with Dr. Emerson in Gastonia near Charlotte, North Carolina. Um, I've lost a ton of weight since surgery, about 40, maybe 50 pounds. Um, it fluctuates a little bit, but pretty much 40 to 50 pounds. Um, so things are looking a little different now, but I am still beyond impressed and amazed at the results. I think I was going to stand up, but I'll just sit back. So, um, this is a year and 4 months. You could tell I had some lipo done. Growing up, I was literally, I keep saying literally, I'm obsessed with Parks and Recreation right now, the show. And I'm in the seasons where Chris comes in and he's like, "You are literally," I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it cracks me up. Okay. So, sorry for saying that. Alright, so I had lipo done. I was morbidly obese growing up, and I could never lose, but now it's just skin. But I got some of the fat sucked out of it while they were in there sucking fat. Um, because, oh God, I was like 240, 260, about 5'1", pretty big. And so with that, now that I'm down to 145 to 150, when I had surgery, I was about 190, maybe 180. So it's a huge chunk of weight that I've lost, and it's all been fat and muscle because I haven't been working myself to death and haven't been able to work out. So muscle, if you it's ignorant to say muscle weighs more than fat because if you have a pound of fat and a pound of muscle, they weigh the same. But if I fill this cup up with fat, it's going to weigh less than if I fill this cup up with muscle. You get the point. So a lot of that weight that I have lost hasn't really been 50 pounds of fat. A lot of it's actually been muscle. So with that being said, when I had surgery, I had really worked out my upper body. I still look really toned, but if I were to sit here with a tape measure, my biceps are like 2 inches smaller. My chest has lost about 3 inches in width. Things like that. So, for those of you who might have seen my other videos, you're like, you still look just as toned or whatever. But because of the weight loss, the muscle loss, things are setting a little different than they were a few months ago. But they still look absolutely amazing. And I mean, I honestly I can't get over how good it looks. And every time I look in the mirror, I'm still awestruck. It's after a year and 4 months, I'm like, oh my God. And it's weird, like still waking up and going, holy shit, there's the person I always knew I was. Not only with this and everything else, but finally being healthy, having lost all my obese weight, um, and just generally living a better quality of life overall. This is beyond surgery and transition. I've taken steps to improve the quality of my life in every aspect I can reasonably improve, and it has made a huge difference. And that's where my videos are going to start going these days. I'm not going to cover everything here, but I wanted to go over all those things because they have been a blessing in discovery. My hair is a hot mess because most of you know the economy is kind of sucky. My degrees are luxury degrees for companies, so I'm working like 2 retail jobs, and I'm still doing media, promotional media stuff like photography and video. But I'm cheap because I like to save money, so I cut my own hair. For the most part, it works, but yesterday I really messed it up trying to try something different, and it was bad. But yeah, so coolest things that I've come across in the last few months. Working so much, I don't get much sleep. Oh, well, I was gonna finish showing. So I'm really ADD today. You know, just was gonna give, I guess, a side view. So I feel like my posture has really improved since surgery, because I'm not, and it's still kind of bad. If you see, I still sit with a little bit of a, in the top part of my back, but overall my posture has greatly improved, and that's really helped with some back pain. Um, so that's really good. The vests and tanks and stuff, the compression shirts, they're actually really good for your back. They help support your back if you have back problems. So I do have a lot of severe back problems, and I kind of miss that extra support, but I'm actually trying to figure out alternative methods. So that's surgery after a year and 4 months. And I'm not going to stay here the whole video with my shirt off because that's awkward. And I've lost most of my belly fat. This I'm pretty excited about. I got a little bit right here, nothing to complain about, but it has taken forever. And I'm now in a 30 waist jean. If I want it loose, I would get a 31. And that to me is just something. I mean, when I started making videos, I was in a 38 waist, and we're not talking this channel, but the channel I had before that had a tremendous amount of hits. It was back in 2009, maybe no, 2008 is when I started that one. I was wearing a 38-inch waist. I was still the same height, whatnot. So, give you an idea, I've lost 8 inches around my waist. Damn. Now, sleep deprivation. Puffy eyes with black circles. They're not nearly as bad as they were. I am going up to 72, 80 hours without sleep on occasion. Those are only a couple times a year, like Black Friday weekend, things like that between jobs. Most weekends I might go 48 to 36 hours without sleeping. On my floor set club weekends where I'm photographing downtown and stuff. This is a lifesaver. I do not recommend sleep deprivation. Once you hit a certain amount of hours, the lack of sleep is really like being intoxicated. I don't get drunk that much, but I do remember when I did. Sleep deprivation feels very similar as far as talking, walking, driving. I had to get somebody to come get me one time because I could not drive. I could barely walk. Like, I was really out of it, and driving was just not going to happen. As I was leaving an overnight floor set, it was like the final end of the 80-hour period, and I was amazed. Cognitively, yes, I'm functioning fine, but the body really started shutting down. And then towards the end, I was like, everything was super impaired, and I knew that I pushed myself too far. So I had a friend come get me at like 6 o'clock in the morning. But anyways, from work. Even if I'm only sleeping 7 or 8 hours, sometimes I still get like genetic disposition to puffy eyes. And this has been the most cost-effective and effective thing overall. Obviously, I'm not the kind of person that's going to test something that's like over $100. I've tried a few things that were from $6 to about $50. And this is $14. It lasted me, I want to say 6 months. I use it maybe 4 months. Use it about 3 times a day. And if you do that every day, even when you don't have dark circles, it really helps. Garnier makes it. The little metal ball rolls. It feels great, and it puts this gel that has like caffeine and all these extracts and stuff. And if it puts a lot, like I usually try to massage it anyways. There are things you can do like lay upside down in the morning and put ice cloths and stuff. I do all that still. And for my skin, I make homemade acne masks. We're gonna have to go over that. Aloe vera plants and things like that. But throughout the day when I'm at work, I still do this a couple times to help alleviate that. And it's nothing super bad for you or anything like that. It's actually pretty good. It doesn't have it has the ingredients on the box, but it's really good. It has a lot of vitamins and stuff, and it just puts it back in your skin. Cool. I've developed allergies to cats and dogs and dust as I've gotten older. Really strange. This shit my doctor gave me is the most amazing stuff. Even if you like have a cold or the flu, like if you can get your hand, this is a sample. He gives me samples of this stuff. It lasts forever. It's like a steroid-based nasal spray. I have really small eustacia tubes, and my sinuses drain back here. It's really gross. It opens it up for like 12 to 24 hours at a time. And there's no like none of that dry burning nose sensation. It doesn't burn. But you know how like when you take something like that, sometimes it'll dry it out too much. It doesn't happen. This stuff is a miracle. So Veramist, if you have allergies, sinuses, that stuff is amazing. Learning to control the manly scent. I sweat a lot. We just got done through a really hot summer here, and I stink when I sweat. It's pretty bad. It's like, ugh. And the best stuff that I have ever found is the Yellow Degree Adrenaline. It lasts all day. Sometimes I'll reapply it like after like 6 or 7 hours just to be safe because I don't like to stink. But this stuff lasts, like no joke, and it smells amazing, and it doesn't clump up, and it's just awesome, and I love it, and it smells good, and it makes me not stink when I sweat. Sometimes I'll even put it like here and down my back in the summertime if I'm going to be really hot and sweating. I chew a lot of gum because I started treatment for my ADHD like over half a year ago, I guess, and some of the medications, if the ones that I take, if I'm at work or something, like I have one that I take every day on a consistent level. That's a time release, and then the little Adderalls that I take on top of that. If I really need to, stay focused and stuff, a little bit of teeth grinding. So I started chewing gum, and I have never tasted something so yummy in my life, especially when I'm at the club. And you guys probably have been chewing on this for years. I don't know, but I recently discovered it, and it tastes so good. And I realized how cheap it was to buy gum by like the bulk in Food Lion is like the cost of a pack in an aisle. And it comes with like 6 packs. I'm like, why do we always just buy a pack of gum? And another ADHD treatment, my girlfriend actually got me this. And it's just really been helpful. And I would never have been the kind of, I hate planning. I'm not a planner. I don't make appointments. Like when I would get my hair cut, I'm like, I'll just come when I feel like it. I do not do appointments. I don't like tying myself down. It makes me feel really uncomfortable. And it's probably not a healthy problem to have, but yeah. And I like to be busy all the time, but if I'm not busy, I don't want to make plans. It's really weird, but I got a planner. Very small, like I had a big fancy planner, but I love this. Like, I don't want you guys to know where I work. I just had a dumb moment, but anyways, so it's like it has like that, but it really breaks down this, but it's not by hour, because like I don't have something to do every hour, and sometimes I just want to write like to do shit in here. And this is amazing. I think she got it at Walmart. It was really cheap, but it has made everything in my life much more consistent and easygoing. And yes, see my gapped up here. I was like, do not look down in the video, Ash, and I looked down. So those are the things that have been awesome finds the last few months, and I'm almost hitting 15 minutes. That is my recap, and I hope you guys are doing awesome. And if you have any questions or video topics that you would like to hear of, I have some really cool acne stuff that I want to go over and energy stuff, so I will catch you guys later.